Here's a budget-friendly DIY build for your SDR. A loop antenna for long wave and short wave that can switch between simple, shielded and Möbius modes. Improvised loop antennas significantly improved my SDR long wave and short wave reception. We tested a simple loop, a shielded loop and a Möbius loop just by connecting cheap coax cables to a balloon with alligator clips. They all worked amazingly well compared to a dipole antenna. Some calculations helped us understanding its properties, and we were already showing a solid setup for the simple loop. If you're looking for a straightforward antenna, you're more than welcome to watch the previous videos. However, there's much more to discover about loops on Electronics Unmessed. Today we are showing the complete blueprint, including circuit diagram, setup and wiring for a combined antenna. But first, here's a tip for electronics hobbyists and professionals. PCBWay, the sponsor of this video, offers great products and services for you. We successfully completed several projects with expert support from PCBWay. It's really great when you can count on a knowledgeable partner. The production of circuit boards was really quick and prices are fair. Take the easy way with PCBWay. The main components are 2 coaxial cables and a balloon with 3 parallel windings of 8 turns each. To select the different modes, we need 4 double-throw switches. For the simple loop mode, we're connecting the outer conductors together here, and on the other side we are wiring them to the balloon. For shielded and Möbius modes, we need these additional cable connections. With a 5th switch, we can turn the loop's grounding on and off. There are suggestions without grounding, but we made good experience with it. We will now switch from the simple loop to the shielded mode. 3 positions are now changed. The outer conductors are disconnected here, while the inner conductors remain connected. This switch is now connecting the outer conductors, and this switch is connecting the inner conductors to the balloon instead of the outer ones. By changing only this single switch, we are getting the Möbius mode. It's now cross-connecting inner and outer conductors. Waterproof plastic junction boxes are housing switches, balloon and wiring. Our casings are 65 mm times 55 mm times 35 mm, but it's a tight fit, so don't use smaller ones. In principle, the coax cables could be hardwired, but we are using RF connectors, so we can experiment with smaller or bigger loops later. UHF connectors are sturdy and inexpensive. Any other RF connector would work just as well. Assembled jumper cables are available in various lengths at a reasonable price. Ours are made from 2-meter long RG58 cable and cost about $10. There is not enough space on the side of the casing, which would have shortened our internal wiring. We had to place the switches to the cover. But at least it has the advantage that you can immediately see which mode is active. It's worth adding labels. I'm showing you mine here, which you're welcome to copy. It's actually difficult to keep track when soldering. It's recommended to follow the wiring proposal step by step, starting with the upper junction box. Here we are looking at the back of the switches, having 6 connections each. The switch on the right is connecting or disconnecting the outer conductors. The left switch is connecting either the inner conductors directly or crosswise outer conductors with inner conductors. The lower junction box is a bit more complicated. First, the balloon goes to the bottom of the junction box. Red goes to the inner conductor of the socket, and yellow and black to the outer conductors. Here are 3 switches mounted in the cover. With the left one, we can connect either the 2 outer conductors or the 2 inner conductors to the balloon. The middle one is connecting or disconnecting the outer conductors. Using the switch on the right, we can connect or disconnect the ground to the loop. Connecting a clean ground to the knurled nut is usually improving SNR and lowering the noise floor. We are using waterproof switches with rubber grommets, as we are planning to operate the antenna outside on the balcony. After installing the junction boxes, it's recommended to check the switch positions using an ohm meter. In our case, they are working properly, so we can connect jumpers and the feeder cable. A ferrite choke on the feeder and other cables helps preventing interference. Feel free to watch the previous videos on this topic. Just to give you an idea, here are our first indoor reception results. Whether it's time signals, beacons, weather services, amateur radio or broadcast. It's really fun because we can finally receive signals without interference. I'm planning to test the antenna outdoors later. Interference can have different root causes, so it's worth trying out different modes to get the best result. Good grounding is usually reducing interference, and grounding the loop via the switch usually does too, but not always. Although high-quality cables and connectors aren't crucial to the concept, a sturdy construction is worthwhile because it makes handling easier. And if I'm not mistaken, the interference has also been somewhat reduced compared to our first improvisation. My new antenna is working very well. I'm looking forward to testing it outdoors, and I'm really curious to see the difference. What difference would you estimate between indoor and outdoor performance? Let me know in the comments. Even when it's budget friendly, you're hardly saving money building this antenna yourself instead of buying a commercial one. But it's a lot of fun and you're learning a lot from the experiments. It will take about 2 to 3 hours to assemble. Below I will link the parts we used as well as commercially available loop antennas. In one of the upcoming videos, we will implement an idea to further improve the reception of very low frequencies. Now stay tuned and don't forget to support the channel. See you soon in the coming episodes.